Oh, an email from an MP about the BBC and the licence fee. This should be them letting me know that the licence fee's going. Oh, good. Is your TV a bit rubbish and you wish it did more? Why not get a new streaming stick? Have a look at the link on the screen, or it's down in the description somewhere, to see my top recommendations for streaming sticks on Amazon. Go and have a look after you watch the video, obviously. Hi, it's me again, and loads of you people out there always tell me, keep pestering your MP, keep pestering your MP. They're the ones that are going to bring about change. And I've always said, no. MPs do very little at the best of times. Why would they want to help with this? And if they pee the BBC off, the BBC might have some dirt on them that they'll start spreading. You don't know. We don't know how media companies work, do we? The best way to affect change with the TV licence fee is to get people to cancel, vote with their wallets. It's the best way to do it. But a few of you do it. And a friend of mine from the channel here, Norman, emailed me because he has spoken to his MP. And this is the reply that he got from his MP. Have a look. Dear Norman, thank you for contacting me to raise concerns about the BBC. The BBC creates great quality programming, as well as championing new music. It is at the cutting edge of harnessing the digital age, but also provides valuable news and entertainment locally. My constituents rely on BBC Look North for regional news, and many of them also listen to BBC Newcastle. Each week, 90% of UK adults use BBC services. From TV channels and BBC iPlayer to national and local radio stations and entertainment, services and information online. Is he actually in the business of selling subscriptions to the BBC? Is he getting commission or something? Why does he love the BBC? So I understand that some people can love the BBC so much, but he's obviously a bit out of touch, right? Because he does say there, quite clearly, the BBC creates great quality programming as well as championing new music. Great quality programming, and I managed to say that with a straight face. I've been practicing, as you can tell. Great quality programming, okay. It is at the cutting edge of harnessing the digital age. Is it now? Is it? Oh, I thought that was someone like Netflix or Amazon, or even ITV is outdoing the BBC with the ITVX service, which is pretty good. Pretty good, right? All free. Don't have to pay anything to use it. You just get some ads, but there's some good quality content on there. A nice sort of back catalogue of ITV stuff as well. And if adverts do wind you up, as I know some people are wound up by adverts, pay them a couple of quid, they'll get shot of the adverts for you. That's the cutting edge of the digital age. They're planning for the future. What's the BBC doing? Right honourable. I can't call them right on it. They're not honourable at all. Kevin Jones MP, Member of Parliament for North Durham. You've copy and pasted this. You've probably had it a few times, so you've got it saved. You copy and paste it, or you've asked someone at the BBC for some stuff you can copy and paste, because you obviously don't know too much about it. And I get that some people like the BBC. I get that, but MPs like the BBC because they want the BBC to like them. So he continues. In my view, the licence fee deal must be fair to fee payers while ensuring the BBC can do what it does best. Of course, it must change with the times and review its output and reach. But it is a well-loved and trusted British institution. Okay, let's look at that bit, shall we? It must change with the times and review its output and reach. It has changed with the times. It's got crap. The BBC was the pride of the world, and it weren't even that long ago, right? Now it's not. All the big stuff, all the stuff you want to watch, it's not on the Beeb, is it? Not on the Beeb at all. It is a well-loved and trusted British institution. Trusted. Trust in BBC News is the lowest it has been for a long, long time. All the figures say, I'm always seeing stories about it. Do you trust BBC News? Or do you trust... I mean, people now trust... The polls that come out saying people trust GB News more than BBC News. There you go. I fear the government does not know the value of the licence fee. It must explain how the BBC will continue valued services that would not be commercially viable, such as local journalism, growing the creative industries nationwide, BBC World Service and its soft global power, the BBC's children educational programme. There you go. That's just explained how completely out of touch Kevin Jones MP is. Valued services that would not be commercially viable. They're not commercial. Local radio is not commercially viable. That's why there's hardly any independence for it, right? But it also is why the BBC are amalgamating local radio and trying their best to abolish it and just make it digital. So that's a valued service that the BBC are going to try and destroy for cost-cutting measures as best they can. So that's going to knacker your local journalism, growing the creative industries nationwide, yeah, but I tell you who is growing the creative industries nationwide, all the streaming services. There's so many new streaming services out there, so many new companies that want British-made content. That's what's growing it. Studio space, there's waiting lists for studio space in the UK. There is not enough studio space. That's got nothing necessarily to do with the BBC. The BBC is selling its own studio space or renting it out to Netflix and Amazon and all the other streaming services. And ITV is making stuff in BBC studio space. It's not the BBC. BBC World Service and its global soft power, blah, blah, blah. Well, BBC World Service is changing. They're going to trim that back, the same as they're trimming back BBC News, and they want to put as much of it online as possible. So you are really out of touch, mate. If you actually look more in depth as to what the BBC is actually outputting and the changes the BBC want to make, you yourself will see that there is no value in the licence fee. None. This is not the way in which the future of the BBC, the cornerstone of our world-leading creative industries, should be determined, and I will continue to call for action to protect it. It's just so out of touch, isn't it? Thank you once again for contacting me about this important issue. I hope me lecturing about my thoughts to you without actually giving any up-to-date facts or figures or reasoning for it has made you feel better. Best wishes, Cavan, Member of Parliament for North Durham. There you go. So that there is why I never reach out to my local MP about TV licence issues. And the other thing was, for a very long time, I lived in Malden in Essex, right? And my local MP was John Whittingdale, who sent me a birthday card on my 18th birthday that I didn't want. And I've never met him. He's just fishing for votes, and that's why I never voted for him. Snicky. I don't like that. I don't like that. I should vote for you because I want to, not because you sent me a birthday card on my 18th. But anyway, he was Culture and Media Secretary for a while, wasn't he? In charge of TV licence fee stuff. Never talked to me. Never got a reply. Nothing. Nada. Tells me everything I want to know. So what do you think about this then? Let me know about it all down in the comments below. And have you reached out to your MP? Did you get a reply? Send it over to me. You'll find out how to do that down in the description box. I'll be interested to have a look to see what more MPs are saying. But yeah, like I said, nothing. They want to protect the BBC because they want to be protected by the BBC. That's how I look at it. I might be wrong. I'm a conspiracy theorist. The earth is flat. All of that. No, it's just, I don't know. It's a media organisation. And as an MP, you've got to keep on the right side of those, haven't you? I know. Let me know what you think about it, as I said, in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Because that way, hopefully, I'll see you in another video again soon when I... Ta-da!